Ask CNN what happened during the presidential race and you will get one version of the story. Ask Trump and his team and you will get another. Unfortunately, most information has always been out of the public eye and is always presented as a measure of national security to keep us safe. Today, the hypocrisy of this has made itself quite apparent. Let's expose it. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. This is an issue that I did not discuss at the time, but some new information was released, and I thought it would be important to share with you now. Let's begin. September 6th, 2017, in a blog post, Facebook announces that more than 3,000 advertisements posted on the social network between June 2015 and May 2017 were linked to Russia. This is very vague. The Washington Post reports that the ads came from a Russian company called the Internet Research Agency. So they go through this whole timeline here, talking about what happened with all the meddling. That's CNN. We'll look at the New York Times. Google has found evidence, because now they're investigators, has found evidence that Russian agents bought ads on its wide-ranging networks in an effort to interfere with the 2016 presidential campaign. Now, before I get on more, I just want to show you one more part. The findings from an internal inquiry draw Google further into the growing investigation, okay, they're investigators now, of how social networks and technology services were manipulated by the Russian government to spread misinformation and sow division during the 2016 election. So what CNN, New York Times, Google, Facebook, and others are saying, they're not suggesting, but they're saying, Russia meddled with the US election and that's what got Trump in. That's what they're saying. So you better have some really good evidence to support these theories. You know you have to have it all. You have to make it clear and it has to be very obvious. Unfortunately, they don't have that. So let's get on to it. Using accounts believed to be connected to the Russian government, the agents purchased a whopping $4,700. That's worth of search ads and more traditional display ads. $4,700? This is the big news that you've had. YouTubers in a 2-year period may spend, I'm talking mid-sized YouTubers, if they want to do advertising, they're going to be spending a lot more money than $4,700. And that's the big news. I mean, this is a joke. This is laughable. And the New York Times should be embarrassed to be putting out propaganda like this. If you're going to have some information, make it worthy. Make it good. Have some evidence. If there's evidence out there, everybody wants to know. Everybody, no matter what side you're on, you want to know. But they bought $4,700 worth of search ads. Now, if you just read the first 2 paragraphs, so essentially if you're one of those individuals, the average person out there, they look at the title of the article, maybe they read the first couple lines. So they go through. And they will get the impression that Russia is meddling with the election. That they're the reason why Trump is involved and was able to get in. Well, looking to the 3rd paragraph, you immediately see how wrong this is. Okay. Google found a separate $53,000, okay, a bigger chunk now, worth of ads with political material, okay, that's very vague, that were purchased from, check this out, Russian internet addresses, building addresses, or with Russian currency. It is not clear whether any of those were connected to the Russian government, and they may have been purchased by Russian citizens. So you're telling me, by the way, they suggested about $100,000 worth of advertisements were purchased, that more than half of that contains what you call political material, and it may be just Russian citizens. You may have citizens from all around the world. Maybe they're from China. Maybe they're from Italy, buying ads that contain what you say are political material and have them on Facebook and Google and everything else. So that's all that tells me, that over half of what you say is the reason why they meddled with the election is not even clear if they're connected to the government in any way. And then they also talk about one account spending $7,000 on ads to promote a documentary called You've Been Trumped. All right. So this was the big story. This is literally being put out there by all of the mainstream media. Meddling with the elections, okay? I feel that anybody that believes this, based on the evidence, I mean, there might be more out there. And if there is, I want to know about it. This is what we have so far. And it's a joke. It's truly a joke. But the US government, no matter which government that is, has one big problem. And we'll get into the definition of it. And that is hypocrisy. A feigning to be what one is not, or to believe what one does not. Behavior that contradicts what one claims to believe or feel. Now, what am I talking about here? They're talking about the 2016 elections. There was meddling with the elections. They've, as far as I'm considered, provided no realistic evidence. Look, if they're going to buy $4,700 worth of ads, that sounds, and if it was them, officially, that sounds more of an accident rather than, intentionally trying to sway the public. We're talking about elections that are hundreds of millions of dollars are involved in the logistics and the planning and the infrastructure and all of that. And you're talking about $4,700 or even that, well, let's just say $100,000. It's literally nothing. It's next to nothing in comparison to how much is actually spent. So we look at this. Let's look at the hypocrisy. The US State Department has courted controversy by announcing that it will plow $700,000 into Hungarian media, angering the country's anti-globalist conservative government. They admit it. But that's Breitbart. And you know Breitbart. Their leader, Andrew Breitbart, was, let's say, not alive anymore. Because he had some information that he wanted to bring out. And just before releasing that information, he disappeared. Or I should say he fell ill. Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights and Labor notice of funding opportunities supporting objective media in Hungary. This is right from the state.gov. This is the government's own website. And they are spending, if you read this document, they are spending $700,000 to be able to support objective media in another country. $700K. It gets into it all in here. I'll just quickly cover a few points. The DRL's goal is to support media outlets operating outside the capital in Hungary to produce fact-based reporting and increase their audience and economic sustainability. The program should increase citizens' access to objective information about domestic and global issues of public importance by enhancing local media's ability to engage a larger audience, including their print, multimedia, and online readership. And it basically goes on from there. So they're going to invest $700,000 in their media. They suggest, at the same time, that Russia was doing so in their media. So, what's the story? What is it? Well, I'll tell you something. There has never been a country in the history of the world that has influenced the elections of more countries than the United States. And they will do so through, this term, through the next term, and the one after. Nothing's going to change that. They're always doing that. Look at the Middle East. All of these leaders appointed by the West. And now they're suggesting this ridiculous claims. And even if they were true, it's a simple matter of fact. Everybody is doing it. Everybody might be doing it. You at least have to have some evidence. There are so many instances in the past where the U.S. chose who they wanted to appoint as their leader. They had a coup d'etat, got rid of the other guy, bring in their puppet so many times. And it happens over and over again sometimes in certain countries. It's a joke. It really is a joke. Now, if you'd like to see for yourself, a lot of people are looking for solutions. If you want to see for yourself who's accessing your computers, you'll be shocked if you ever get this software. It's called PureBlock. Now, PureBlock was previously known as Pure Guardian. It's one word, PureBlock. And this software is listening to your internet connection, and it tells you who tries to make a connection to you. And you will be shocked how frequent connections are coming in, literally from all around the world. You will see from China, from Russia, from everywhere. Universities and governments and everything else try to connect to your internet connection. And this blocks all those connections. And you'll see them every few seconds. This list will grow and grow and grow and grow. And it's frightening. It's something to see, even if you don't want to keep that around. This will block them all, but if you just want to see how it works and everything, you could probably see some videos on YouTube, or you can just download the software for yourself, install it. It's very easy, and it will block all these connections at the same time show you as they're coming in. It's really unbelievable to see how frequent. And so that's what I'll leave you off with. If you found this video informative, please give me a thumbs up. Understand that I don't have an opinion, one side or the other. I just want the truth on the matter. I want to know what's really going on. That's all. I can take it. Whatever the truth is, even when it hurts, I can take it. And I know that you're the same way. You just want to know. How is it? Who is it? Why is it? And then we get to the bottom of it. That's all. If you found the video informative, I know you'll find my books, The Money GPS and my newer release, Global Economic Collapse, more informative. If you want to flip through the books, links are in the description below. Take care.